If a Jamaican guy catcalls you and you don't want them back,
them go tell us you ear want do. Them go tell us you tough. Them go tell us you shape like water. Them go tell us you two them want do. Them go tell us you don't look good. You don't look good.
What's up everybody, my name is Teeny Smith. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be comparing Jamaica to America with my past experiences. Alright, so on to the very first one, customer service. Customer service. And let me tell you, customer service in Jamaica sucks. It sucks eggs, bruh. It is so bad. So bad. Let me give you an example. And I'm not saying everyone's like that, but most of them is like that. You could go to a supermarket in Jamaica and you could ask for help from someone that works there. Say you want something on the top shelf, right? And it's just impossible for you to reach. It'll take you forever to find someone to actually, you could find people, but they're gonna come on their own time. They will come, but it's not gonna be quick. And if they do come, and if they think it's something that you could do yourself, well, they're probably gonna be like, well, you couldn't reach this? You couldn't reach that? Miss Lady, you couldn't reach that?
I don't understand what you tell me say. I just come your way so far. You couldn't reach it. No, talk truth. Good, you couldn't reach it.
Now, in America, let me tell you my experience. So I was at Walmart and I was getting juice, right? But the juice that I like is in like a glass container, like it's in like glass. So I'm there. So you'll get a case of juice and it's stacked on top of each other. I'm skinny, I cannot lift a lot of weight. So now I'm struggling with my case to like, cause let me tell you something, when you go shopping, you don't like, people never take the one on top. So if you want something, you take the top one off and then you take the one that you want and put it back on top. That's how people do it. If you don't do that, you're lying. I get my case of drinks and I think it was four cases. So it was about 24. So in all, 4 cases of juice. So 24 of them fell to the floor and it broke. They all broke and it was all over the aisle, right? I'm Jamaican, so the first thing came into my mind was like, Jesus Christ.
But I have to pay for this now.
I'm gonna have to pay for every single one of these that I broke. In certain places in Jamaica, if you break it, you buy it.
You have to buy it back.
So I go up to this cashier and I'm like, I broke 4 cases of drinks. How much would that be? And she was like, why would you pay for it? It was an accident. Like, why would you pay for that? So she took out her thing and she was like, clean up at aisle 13. And I'm standing there like, enough a feet. What? I didn't got to pay for nothing. But
if I have to pay for it.
And it broke by me. All right, the second thing I'm gonna talk about is kindness. And let me tell you, some Jamaicans, not all of them, but some of them are not nice. They are not kind. And let me explain what I mean, okay? You see how when you're in America and you walk by someone and they're like, they'll react some type of way. They'll smile, or I've had people come up to me that I don't know. We're waiting for the bus and she's telling me her whole life story. Do I know this lady? No. Does she know me? Absolutely not. But we were having a conversation like we've been knowing each other. In Jamaica, you know, everyone's about their business. You know, we'll say good morning, good evening, whatever, but everyone's about their business. So you walk by, you hold it head straight, and you know, you go about your business. This is my experience in Jamaica. So I was going home from school, right? I was in a cab and I was going home. And if you know Jamaica, you know that the drivers, the cab driver, they blast music so loud it is not even funny. Same with bus, a taxi, they'll blast the music like they don't care. They don't care. And I remember my head was hurting so bad that day, so bad. And I was sitting in the front beside the driver. So I was like, I tapped his shoulder. He turned down the music and I was like, could you turn it down a little bit because I have a headache? This guy looked at me and he goes, and when I tell you that he cranked up that volume so high, my head was throbbing when I went home. It was like this. It was hurting so bad. And I'm like, the audacity, the disrespect, bruh. My experience in America, I was at Walmart and I was making a video. It was it was my relationship Q&A video. For some reason, I wanted to make my own envelope. So I went to Walmart and I was looking at paper to cut and make like little bows and stuff. So I got paper, scissors, glue, you know, arts and craft. You know how sometimes when you go to stores and people look at items and open it and don't close it back and just will put it back on the shelf? I took this thing full of 200 little tiny envelopes and I took this thing, but the bottom was open, so they all came flying out all over the floor. And I'm like, oh my god, it was so much paper, it wasn't even funny. So I'm there on my knees trying to pick up all this paper, and all the Jamaicans, they just hold their heads straight and they just walked right by me. They walked right by me. And then this old white lady came. She was holding a cane and she placed the cane on the floor and bent down on her knees and she was like, I'll help you. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Like no one else offered to help me. And everyone's young and fit, and she was pretty old and she helped me. She didn't have to, but you know. Another example. So I was at a beauty supply store, right? And I'm the type of person, if someone's coming out and I'm going in, I'll hold the door. I don't care if it's male, female. I don't really care. I'm just being nice. So I'll hold the door. So I'm opening this door and about 5 Jamaicans walk in the store, one after the other, and they didn't even say thank you. Not one time. Them just all them it straight. And then a couple other people came by after them, and this guy looked at me and he was like, thanks for holding the door, you know, thank you. And I was like, you're welcome. And I could not believe that the Jamaicans didn't even say anything. You want to see me stand up there, open the door for people and like me a butler? This is a big one. This one is a big one. Stealing. And I'm not gonna say only Jamaicans steal. I think I was at a restaurant, right? So I walked in and I noticed there were a couple phones on the table. I'm not gonna touch it because I'm not a thief. But in my head, because I'm from Jamaica, I'm like, oh my god, why would these people leave their phones on their table to go outside to smoke a cigarette? Aren't they scared people are gonna steal their phones? And I said that to the person that I was with, and she was like, why would someone take their phone? Like, they're having a cigarette, why? And in my mind, I'm like, where I'm from, you don't do that. We don't do that, hunty. Oh my gosh, if you're ever in Jamaica, don't do that. Do not give them that chance, because if you put on your phone, yes so, and you sit so, if you take up your fork, and you come back so, your phone gone. Your phone gone, and you don't see who take it. Another example, I don't remember where I was, but it was like a parade going on in Jamaica. So the street was completely packed with vendors selling shoes, clothes, everything you could think of, right? And it was crowded, like a crowded area. Now, I was wearing a necklace, a little gold necklace, and it had a pendant on it. It wasn't even real, okay? And it was changing color. I bought it gold, and it was probably gold and silver, and maybe a little bit bronze on it. It was changing. The streets were so crowded, like we were touching shoulder to shoulder. That's how close everyone was. So I'm walking, minding my own business, and all of a sudden I feel like someone pulled my necklace off, and it broke. And by the time I went like this, because I felt something on my neck. I went like this, and I went like this. I didn't see nothing. Everyone was normal, walking by, walking to, walking fro. And I'm like, hold up. Y'all tell me that someone just snagged my necklace and no one saw who it was. Alright, so another thing I'm going to talk about is that Jamaicans don't keep anyone in mind when they're doing their jobs. They do not care about you when they're on their job. And let me explain why. You could be at Burger King in Jamaica and you're sitting there eating, and a worker will walk up to you with a rag and literally tell you to lift your tray because they maybe have to go home in like 5 minutes, so they want to hurry up and clean as much as they possibly can. Just get the job done to go home. They will not wait for you to finish. They will not wait for you to finish eating. They will come and clean, mop, sweep, tell you to lift your feet, please, ma'am. And they'll get the job done. And that's on period. One other thing that happened to me was that I was at a hospital because my little cousin was sick. And if you know Jamaica, like if you go to the hospital, they'll give you like little cards. So they'll give you a green one, a red one, or something. I don't know. I guess it's if you're really sick, really sick, about to die, you'll get the green one. And then the red one is if it's not that bad. I don't know. I don't really know how it goes. So we're sitting outside. And it was nighttime. We're sitting outside listening for like the number to be called so we can go in. And there's this lady, and mind you, it was concrete floors. And this lady was outside. It was about time for her to mop the floors. I guess it was nighttime and she was to go home or something. But this lady took a bucket of water. People are sitting on the opposite side, but she's like right there. It's not that far. She came with that bucket of water and she's throwing it on the floor so she could mop it. And we're all sitting there and there's little dirty mop water splashing on our feet and no one said anything. Now I'm sitting there like, is this lady crazy? If no one's saying anything, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want people to think that I'm a hater and that I'm knocking her hustle or anything like that, but I'm like, at the same time, you don't do that. Everybody sit down at the seat like them a raincoat I take wet. This lady is like throwing water and I'm sitting there like, is this happening right now? But should I say something? Should I not? I just kept quiet because there were older people than me, like people big enough to be my parents, my grandparents, and everyone's just sitting there. And I'm like, why is this okay? This is not okay. It was not okay and will never be okay. The disrespect. Schools in Jamaica are so strict, it's not even funny. I remember this girl, I don't remember her name, but to stand until like the teacher felt that she was punished enough to sit, only because she was putting on lip gloss. Like lip gloss. And I remember the whole class cracking up, and she was like, she looked at the teacher and she was like, what? My lips are chapped, they're dry. She got punished for putting on lip gloss. You will get punished for putting on lip gloss, makeup, if your uniforms are too short, not doing homework in a Jamaican school. It was just a lot of things that we couldn't do. Like, it was a lot. All right, this one annoys me the most, and I absolutely hate it. But it's when I'm in Jamaica and I'm in stores shopping and they follow me. If you want to follow me, fine, follow me all you want, but don't make it uncomfortable. Do not make it I want to feel free shopping. I'm going to show you how they follow you. If a Jamaican guy catcalls you and you don't want them back, them go tell us your ear want do. Them go tell us you're tough. Them go tell us you're shaped like water. Them go tell us you two them want do. Them go tell us you don't look good. You don't look good. Sir, if me never look good, you wouldn't want me in the first place. No, me never have been seeing this yet.
Never had been seeing this yet.
Them go tell us you don't important.
That's what is called importance, importanta, importantes.
Alright, and that is, I have so much more that I want to say, but I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just gonna wait. Maybe I'll do a part 2, maybe not. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.